Hey guys, so this summer I had the awesome opportunity to travel back to Poland, as I did last year, if you didn't know that already. I just got home Saturday night and it's been an amazing experience. Over the 10 days I was there, I got to just see how beautiful and mighty and powerful and great God is. Throughout my trips, there were moments where I saw just utter despair in lives and in homes. But in other moments, they were filled with the beauty that God created. Each moment holds a special place in my heart. See, we were a part of this thing called Contact Tomaszów, and I was a part of it last year as well. It's where we go out through the city of Tomaszów, where the Tomi Church, which is a part of Pro-Am, is located. And when we go out through Tomaszów, we partner with the government and a couple of the schools to refurbish and just build things and throughout the city. Last year I was put on the amphitheater team and I got to see the amphitheater again this year and it still looks awesome. And it was really cool to see the work that I did last year. This year I worked at a nursery and at a counseling center / special ed school where we repainted the fences around them, which was totally awesome. I got to work with 17 to 18-year-old students, which is my age, and I made tons of friends this year to the point where I didn't even want to come home. And I had the perfect honor of just sitting and talking with them for hours on end. There was one day where our paint was late, and we talked for 4 hours in the nursery. And just answering questions, teaching Polish words, teaching English accents and Southern accents and Northern accents. And it was just really cool to see that. I now get to say that those people are my friends. It's amazing how quickly you can make friends, even with a language barrier. It feels like there wasn't even a language barrier at some points. Because of that barrier, there were some points where it was really hard, but at other points, it honestly didn't feel like there was a barrier between us. It just felt like the love that was around us was just so real and so genuine. And it was the one thing that bound us together. And no matter how broken my Polish was or how broken their English was, we were patient with one another and we helped to find the words that we wanted to express. And all in all, I'm coming home as a stronger Christian, but it's not just about that. While I was there, there were 2 girls that I got very close to, Natalia and Camila. And Natalia was very receptive to what was going on. Natalia came to the worship night, and so did Camila. And it was just so awesome to see everything that happened in them. And I can't wait to go back next summer and see what happens through them this next year. But Natalia especially, she was just so awesome, and I spent a majority of my 5 days that I worked with her. And we just talked about things, and on the last day she finally asked me, "Why are you here? What is the purpose of you being here?" And I got to explain to her that I was with the church and that I was on a mission trip and I was here to serve them and to serve God. And it was just really cool to see all of that. And Natalia came to the youth group service the next night, the second to last night that I left. And then we went to the square to watch the cinema. Well, while we were in the square, I sat next to her and we were talking about what the next year may look like for her and what she wishes to do. And she looked me straight in the eye and she said, "Shelby, I really want to start going to Tomi, and my brother and I want to start going there. It interests me. I don't want to be a part of the Catholic community anymore." And if some of you don't know, Poland is very common. Catholicism is the biggest religion in Poland. But Natalia is beginning to realize that maybe it's not just a religion, that it's a relationship and a lifestyle. And I just think that it's really awesome, and that's just part of the beauty that's there in Poland. Also, while we were there, we got to play with kids from 4 to 6 in the afternoon after we were done with work. And we got to teach Poland the game of Foursquare. We expect it to be a national sport when we come back next year. And it was just really cool. It's harder to communicate with the littler kids. They don't speak as much English because you don't start learning English in a very serious manner until you're in high school over there, which is around 16 and 17 years old. So when you're talking to kids that are 14 and under, they have a really hard time understanding English, but you have this mentality of, and you just hand them things and give them high fives and hug them and pats on the back of encouragement, and it's just so much fun. And saying goodbye to those kids was really hard because all week we got to see just how much fun they would have and how excited they would get if they did something right in a game, or how excited they'd get if they made a soccer goal or if they made a basketball shot, goal, hoop. Anyways, I play basketball, so that's really bad for me. But they would just get so excited, and especially in Foursquare, they would get so excited when they got to the King Square, which was so awesome because you just don't see that excitement here in America. And I mean, sometimes you do, but I feel like it was more of an excitement because it was a new experience for them. And there was a park last year, the park that we played in with the kids. It was completely redone. It looked totally new from what last year looked like. Last year, it was just a barren park. There was nothing there. And we planted plants. Well, this park was the place where the drunkards just hung out, passed out, laid on benches. But this year when I came, it was lively. There were kids everywhere all the time. And it was so awesome to see. There's a new playground set. There's exercise equipment. There's a basketball goal and a soccer goal. And there's just like this open field where they could play soccer. And it's just so awesome to see all of that. And it's amazing to just watch God take such a broken community and begin to bind it back together slowly. And I just pray every single day for that community and for those kids and for the Tomi Church. Also, something else Tomi Church is doing is they are planting a church in Łódź. Łódź is what they call Hollywood. It's where all the Polish movies are filmed. It is 1 million in the population, and only 600 evangelical Christians live in the city of Łódź. So when you're thinking about it, that is a very small percentage. The fact that they're planting a church there is awesome. I ask that you guys continue to pray for that and for just Tomi Church and the Pro Ministries in general. Another awesome opportunity I got while I was there is seeing somebody I am incredibly close to. Her name's Jamie. She's been there since January. She gets to come home in September. It was just really encouraging to see her once again. She is like family to me. And she was so encouraging and so loving. And watching her interactions with the Polish kids was such an inspiration to me, because it's so hard to sometimes speak with them, but she's just so loving with them. And I ask that you continue to pray for her as well, because she still has a few more months left, and I know that she misses her family and her friends a lot. But if you do know Jamie, like, I encourage you to continue to encourage her through letters and messages and things like that. But it's clear to see that Christ is molding her more and more each day, which is an encouragement to me and an inspiration to me. And I hope that it inspires y'all as well. But Poland was overall an awesome experience. I also got to go sightsee and things like that, which was great. I got to see the Indianapolis team again and the Baltimore team, and our relationships became closer than they were last year, which was phenomenal. There were new faces and things like that, and we just got to bond closer, which was such a blessing. And I just ask that you guys continue to pray for not only Poland, but pray for your city, and pray to see if there's ways that you yourself can go out through your city and serve your city, because the fact of the matter is there probably is some way. I know one of my teammates and I are considering and looking more into doing something like Contact Mashuf in Savannah, and just continue to pray for that as well as we get that running on the ground. But overall, Poland was awesome, and I'm happy to be home, but I would rather be in Poland personally. But it's been great being home. I got to see my family again, which was great. I got to see some friends. I get to see all my friends on Friday, and I just can't wait for it. Can't wait to see what God has in store for this next year for me and for all my friends and my teammates and everyone in Poland. Again, I ask that you continue to pray for Pro-M Ministries and Jamie and just your city, and just continue to walk in Christ. If you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to call me, text me, Facebook me, Instagram, Twitter, whatever you need to do. Just let me know. And I am available pretty much 24/7, except for when I'm sleeping. But if you have any other questions about Poland or my experiences there, just let me know, and I'll answer those questions for you as best as I can. Thanks, guys. Love y'all.